Hello YouTubers, and today I'm going to be reviewing Split Second for the Sony PSP. This game was released a couple months after Disney released Split Second for the PS3 and 360, PC, and other platforms. And it has been Disney's second highly anticipated racer alongside with Pure. There's some other Disney racing games, but they weren't as good. This PS3 title is pretty much a port to the PS3 game. Is it worth taking a look at? We'll see in a few minutes. Split Second is based on the game show in this game, named, of course, Split Second, where billions of people are watching around the world. Drivers trying to get to first place and trying to kill each other in the process. Sounds a bit like Death Race, except I would rather play this game twice than watch that movie once. Anyway, this game pretty much has drivers going around abandoned courses like broken down airports and cities that aren't used anymore, construction zones that have slipped out of civilization's minds, and use them for their own entertainment. The drivers can either smash the other cars into the walls, or what Split Second does best is using the city as a weapon. This can be used by using power plays, which I will explain in a moment. Split Second is pretty much a racing game here. As you can see, you can either control with these two control schemes here, and you can control with the control stick or the D-pad. I recommend the control stick for this game, but if you want to save your control stick, because most PSP games use that stick, so it's going to go out, I would recommend using the D-pad. Either way, the X is to accelerate, so you'll be holding that button. You might as well just tape that button down. The O button is to look back, the triangle is to use the camera, and the square button is to brake and drift into corners. The start button pauses, obviously, and the L button uses a power play. Now, how do you use a power play? Well, first you have to allocate enough power play points, as what I call them. You can do this by drifting while passing, jumping on jumps, avoiding other opponent's power plays by getting a close call, and drafting. Once you have enough power play points, a bar will show up underneath your car, as you can see here. Once that's happened, if you go to an area where there's a power play that can be used and there's a car in the vicinity, you see this icon here, you can use the power play on them. And what's going to happen is the action is going to try to smash the opponent. Like this could be example, a taxi coming at you, a taxi coming at them, a dump truck, an airplane front coming at them. It's pretty much, the environment is trying to kill them. And when you get a full power play bar, as you can see here, and you can see it's red, you can use elite power play is what I call it, or whatever. This is pretty much a much more extreme power play, and buildings will be toppled, and a lot of cars will hopefully be smashed by it because it uses up your entire bar. Also, you can use power plays, you can use your power play points to open shortcuts, which can help you, get away from the other opponent's cars, or maybe catch up to them quicker. There are several modes to race from. First of all, the first mode here is Race, which has normal power-ups like power plays and racing to get to the finish to win first place in a set amount of laps. The second one is Detonator. This is pretty much a time trial, and this means you will be racing against the clock, but the catch is all of the power plays will be instantly activated while you're driving. So pretty much this is a good level to get accustomed to the power plays around each track, because they will all be activated. Elimination is pretty much like any other racing game that has Eliminator mode. There's a timer, and when the timer ends, the person in the last place will be eliminated, and so on and so forth. Eventually there will be 2 players, and last place will be eliminated. Airstrike. This is pretty much a mission where you have to avoid missiles. There will be an area where it'll show where the copter's missiles will be, then you have to avoid them. And if you don't get hit by the missiles, and even if you don't get rattled by the missiles, you get a perfect score. Your goal is to get to a set amount of points to get to the first place. Air Revenge pretty much puts revenge back on the helicopter. What you have to do is you have to, like before, avoid the missiles of the red area, but this time, if you do it perfectly, you get power play bar. Also, drifting will also increase your power play bar. When the time is right and the missiles are launched, you can tap the L trigger to shoot the missiles back at the copter. Your mission is to take down the copter in the fastest time as possible. Survival pretty much will have you're on a highway and you have to pass down these semi-trucks. The more you pass, the faster your score will go up. The catch is the trucks are dropping barrels in front of you. Blue barrels slow you down. Red barrels will kill you. You have 3 times. Once the timer is up, sudden death will happen. When you die in sudden death, the mission is over. There are also 3 challenges for you to use that are pretty much will test your skills in a split second. Destruction mode, you have to destroy as many cars as possible to have your timer go up. The goal of destruction is to destroy multiple cars at once to get your timer up. Destroying 1 car at a time is not going to get it. Power slide, you have to drift around the track to gain more bonus time. That means the better your drift is, the more time the timer goes up, and so on and so forth. Keep on truckin' mode is pretty much where you play as a semi-truck. The difference is you have to pass the cars that have the red barrels on them, and the more cars you pass, the better your score is. There is also extras in the extras menu. You can unlock intro movies, which pretty much are like advertisements for the split-second show. The power play highlights, you have to do a lot of stuff before you get even 1 track unlocked. The power play highlights are pretty much a video of, awesome video of all the power plays that happen in each stage. The outro movies are pretty much what will happen on the next episode of Split Second. Now let's take a look at the actual gameplay. final verdict about Split Second is this game is a load of fun, but it's not that great. The racing is a bit straight and linear, and the AI can vary from really easy to really hard. The game is worth it if maybe you find it at a bargain shop. I wouldn't recommend buying it now. Maybe if, you know, the single player mode actually has quite a bit of episodes, or should I say seasons. There is a lot. I'm halfway through it already, but it'll keep you busy for a while. It's, I give it a 4 out of 5. The pros is, it's fun, quick, easy to learn. The drifting is fun. The power plays are awesome. The cons, though, using your car as a weapon is not really usable because the AI cars, for some reason, are straight, and no matter if you hit them from the side, they'll still, you know, not act like they're phased. The gameplay can be sometimes a bit boring. Sometimes they repeat the same things. As I told you, all the modes. After that, they'll just keep reusing the modes. But yeah, that's pretty much that. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe. It gives me incentive to make more videos just like this. If you want to make a point, please like this video. The more likes I get, the more easier it is for other YouTubers to find this clip. And if you want to comment about my review, feel free to do so. This has been Stanley Opar 91, and thanks for watching. See you next time.